Hey guys, it's Nutcase, and I'm here with my husband. Here he is. And we're gonna do the sketchbook flip through for sketchbook 19, which the pages don't want to stay flat, but there it is. Official sketchbook 19.
Yep, that's the thing.
There we go, even that out.
Did you do that one before or after your pen?
After.
Okay.
I've been messing around with the design to see if I wanted to update it at all. And then I was testing out some brush pens in this, since this is a different sketchbook than what I normally use.
Is that a Scythe Weasel? Is that what it is?
Silk Weasel.
Silk?
Yep.
Okay.
And I was testing out watercolors, which, even though everybody says the Elo sketchbook takes watercolors well, it sure doesn't seem to.
Yeah, that page is all fluffy.
And so is this one.
Yeah.
And so those are my mermaid pieces, basically. And I did this during the Kickstarter. Or no, I think that was before the Kickstarter, actually. I was trying to come up with ideas for like little images. And I was deciding stuff for mermaid.
Looks like the Starbucks one.
It is. And I did the finished picture for the Starbucks mermaid in my other sketchbook that was falling apart. That was sketchbook 18. And then I did an orca lady mermaid. And then this was another version of the Starbucks mermaid that I did for the Copic monthly challenge for May, which
I don't think it turned out too great.
I didn't like the colors, honestly. But also, since Copic is no longer selling with the company that used to run this, I'm kind of like not doing it anymore. I was thumbnailing out the yokai paintings, so the paintings for people that supported the Kickstarter that wanted paintings. And I was testing out some flower tips, but they're tips for watercolors, but I was trying to do them with markers and they didn't turn out super great, but... And this was also the design for July's pen, was the basic design.
Yeah.
And at the convention. And this was something I drew for at my table, so I had like a sample of my art out on my table, besides just badges and stuff.
Gotcha.
And then I was just fucking around with my brush pens.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could make some interesting texture and whatnot, which I think I did. And then they announced Wooloo!
Yeah.
Michael doesn't care about the new Pokemon, but I do. And that was the other one that I liked. And that was some of this dripped on there, so I was like,
You got proof juice on it?
Yep! I sure did.
Ooh.
And then this was a sketch for one of the first Fan Art Fridays. I did the rough, but I realized that I needed her to be flipped around, that's why I have the note to flip.
Yeah, more Pokemon junk.
Yep. And then Tadano.
Yeah.
Now that you've finally watched it,
Yes.
you know who it is.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yep. And then I did the Ohu'u brush pen video, which I have on the channel as well.
Cactus Cat.
Cactus Cat.
Cactus.
Sure. You always try to make it an actual thing. And then Pokemon Fusion, Clefable and Lapras.
Yeah. It looks like something from an old game that I don't remember the name of.
Gotcha. And I was doing some more stuff with the Ohu'u brush pens.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like the freaky eye.
Yeah, I was trying out just some different color palettes because I was using like a bunch of the bright colors, so I wanted to use some of the more muted ones. And the same thing with that picture.
Yeah.
I wanted to try something a little different. And this was the first idea for my October Pen Club pen, which I've since revised, but...
Jindy Cat.
Yeah. And then more Pokemon Fusions!
Oh.
It's my two favorite Pokemon fused, but like with one as the top first, like the top name and the other is the other. Yep, they're pretty bad. I liked this version though. That is cute.
If you say so.
Yep. And this was from the Jazz's Jazzy art box. It's trying to draw Jazz's avatar. Yep. And then just the random unicorn girl lady thing. Yep. I believe that was during Unicorn June, I think is when they see people draw unicorns. And that was a little sketch for Harglith on Twitter. And this is a character from Ni no Kuni, which is a game.
Sure.
It was requested on Twitter, so.
Okay.
And then this is just an elf I did to span the 2 pages.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And this was me doing the first design ideas for my December pen, which I think I have like the final design idea later in the sketchbook as well. I was coming up with
pretty dude.
my Overlord design for my Twitch stream.
Yeah.
And then this was the markers that I tested out. I forget what they're called. What are they called? The Motica markers. And so that was me swatching them and then trying to blend them, which they blend really well. And this was just another one I was fucking around with.
Gotcha.
And then this was the actual picture I did for the video. Oh no, I somehow got white onto him.
It's extra sad now.
Yep. And then this was me showing to people how I draw elf ears versus human ears and half elf ears. Because a lot of people like that as elf ears, but since I draw mine more like anime ears, I draw elf ears like this. So way longer and way floppier. And like the half elf is like halfway between both. So yeah. And this was more Pokemon stuff.
Hey, this is my favorite sketchbook so far.
I know, right? But this was me trying to do, again, the Fan Art Friday, like, thumbnailing, and this was the pose I ended up going with, but I ended up adding more Pokemon to the pose. This is actually your favorite sketchbook, because I did these for you. So, Michael has a, what would you say, just like a game universe that you have?
Yeah, that's, I hope to run the game again, but...
Yeah. And so these are some Catgirl sisters. And they're the Pie Sisters.
Yeah.
So they're all named after different pies.
Their markings and colorations are also similar.
But I was doing sketches of them, so I have like the base idea of what they look like, and so he could approve to say that, like, you know, yeah, that looks like what I'm talking about. So I can, at a later date, do like a finished image of them, but I have like the basic concept for them before then.
Yeah.
And then this was when I was starting to experiment with the blending of the colored pencils.
Yeah, I think those turned out pretty good. Yep.
Let's go! And then I was also trying to sketch up an idea. I want to do a Philo and Raphtalia pen at some point.
Thick chick.
Yes, Thick Chick and Vermin Supreme, as you say.
Yeah, no. That's, yeah.
Yeah. What's your sloth?
Let's see.
And then I did some washi tape stuff. I ran out of washi tape partway through.
I like that first set of washi tape. It looks pretty decent.
Yeah, I ran out of it because I was using it so much. The polka dots?
Second one, yeah.
Yeah. And this is where I was testing the blender. So I used colored pencil and then take a colorless blender and like blend them out, and that way I can get like smooth shading and stuff on sketches.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It just makes it look a little more finished to me. And so I've done it a bunch in the last bit of this sketchbook. So, more printies. Yep. And I was doing it here too. And then this was the permanent marker video that I did. And this was the first picture that I tried to draw for it, but then gave up halfway through. And then that was the final one.
Yeah.
And I also did like a random sketch of my character over there. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I was drawing like a little ramen shop thing and some sushi. And this was a little drawing for somebody on Twitter, Watery Day. And this is where I was messing around with more of the blending.
Yeah. I like this one. The haircut and everything.
Yeah.
It's not finished, but
Yeah. And then that's one, the new Pokemon too. Nobody likes to talk about this one.
There's probably a reason.
It doesn't look like normal Pokemon. It's one of the reasons why I kind of like it, actually. And then I was drawing the Cactus Cat again, but didn't like it. There we go, this was my final little write-up for my pen club for the year. And so this was like the final sketch design for the December one, and I was still coming up with ideas for the November one, which this is not what I ended up going with at all.
Yeah.
I like what I ended up going with a lot better. I was drawing a Hognose Snake, a little cat macaron, a little macaron. When I was sketching out the rough idea for poses for Pult for one of the fan art Fridays.
Yeah, Pult.
And I just got Coon, flying home. He's having a hamburger while he's going home.
That's cool.
And this was me testing out all the pencils I got, which here in my jar. Or not my jar, but my pencil cup. So now I have a cup of pencils so I can do sketches in different colors. But look, they've got acorns on it.
Yep.
I like my little cup, my glass that Sean got me. And this one I ended up finishing digitally, and it turned out way better digitally. If you go on my Twitter, you can find it. And I like the possum.
Yeah,
I
it's not your normal style.
No, it's not.
Kinda angular.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Yeah. It was just something I was experimenting with because I wanted to do something a little different. And then I drew some popcorn, I don't know,
Corn.
and Vash, which I don't especially like, but I was like, whatever, I want to draw
It didn't turn
Vash.
out bad.
Yeah. I drew Panic and
Yeah.
the Unexpectables. I like how that one turned out. I think that one turned out good.
Yeah.
I was trying to draw
You get a lot of
Boba Tea.
shading and stuff out of that
Gradient.
pencil cover. Yeah.
And then drawn Philo again. Drew Jolteon.
Yeah.
The last couple pages are like kind of throwaway pages because I was just trying to fill out the sketchbook. But I like my little hairy-legged Mothman. I want to try redrawing it.
I see.
I really liked how that one came out. I liked his little like thumpy arms and stuff. And this is the eyeball guy from Monster Rancher.
He looks like an earbud.
He kind of does. But that's his design. Like that's legitimately what he
Yeah.
looks like. And then a little sad Jolteon, and then I used the markers again to do the final like little one. I actually liked how this one turned out.
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah. I could have gone over it once more and gotten the like hair a better like tone, but yeah, whatever.
You abandoned this one hair tuft right there.
I guess so. I guess I was like, fuck that hair tuft. And then that's the back of the sketchbook. Bunch of stickers. Yeah. So that's the sketchbook. Sketchbook 19. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye!